Baxter, an Australian Shepherd, struggles to sit up after being shot at least 3 times in the chest and legs.
The dog was right here, and he shot the dog several times right in front of camera.
Baxter was shot by a Pembroke Pines police officer. It happened last night. Someone called to report Baxter was loose. When officers arrived, family members say Baxter was back inside the house, but the door was open. He came outside barking. 13-year-old Cameron Jones came out to talk to the police.
Police said, get your dog or we're going to shoot him. I had maybe 2 seconds. I started walking and he shot him.
I heard about 5 or 6 shots.
He's a loving family dog. So he's territorial. People were in his yard. He's barking at the people in his yard. He's protecting his family.
Pembroke Pines police say the dog was biting an officer's shoes. A spokesman said even though this case is still under investigation, quote, it was a good shoot. An officer was being attacked. And what is pretty incredible is that Baxter is expected to survive. Now, Frank Jones, the dog owner, acknowledges that the dog should not have been loose outside. But what he says he really is upset about is that a police officer opened fire so close to his 13-year-old son. He says his son was standing only about 20 feet away at the time. Baron?
Met a girl called Lola and I took her back to my place. Feeling guilty, feeling scared, hidden cameras everywhere. Stop! Hold on.
Did they get it?
In control. Girl, I want you here with me. But I'm really not as cool as I'd like to be. 'Cause there's a girl I can met, oh yellow man.
What are they shooting it for? That's not really a gun, is it?
Getting this on film.
Well, the disturbing video that we showed you last night might not be the only video that was shot in this controversial case.
The investigator Tom Meyer has more tonight with part 2 of his exclusive investigation.
Why did you decide to talk with me?
I don't want this to happen to somebody else.
Greg Steffi and his wife Hope are suing the Stark County Sheriff, accusing deputies of using excessive and outrageous force, an allegation the sheriff denies. But Steffi says this video, shot by deputies, and obtained by Channel 3 News, speaks for itself. This case got started with a call to 911 for help. Greg's wife was injured when a cousin assaulted her. When she had someone call the Stark County Sheriff, her troubles got worse. A lot worse. They say a deputy was confused when he arrived at the location where the attack occurred. They say he began treating the injured Steffi not as the victim, but as the troublemaker.
He proceeded to pick her up off the ground and slam her onto the ground.
Oddly enough, the sheriff's dash cam video wasn't turned on when all this was happening.
That's a big question.
The dash cam wasn't rolling until shortly before Steffi was placed in the back of the officer's squad car. And there's much the Steffis say happens before then and not caught on tape.
She can't breathe. She's down face first. He's got all the air out of her.
That portion of the video either doesn't exist or wasn't released to Steffi's lawyers. When Steffi is hauled to jail, she says they roughed her up again before they pinned her down on a cell floor and took off all her clothes.
What are you doing this for? Ow, ow!
Again, the sheriff denies the allegation. But is there even more video missing?
We believe there's still videotape out there.
Check out jailhouse surveillance video. A deputy's handheld camera appears. to be rolling as Steffi was escorted to a cell. Her lawyers never received any of this tape, which might show Steffi knocked to the ground again.
They knocked her knees out from behind her, knowing that she was face first. I'd like to know why they felt it was important to do that.
The sheriff again denies the allegation, but there's no denying what happened in the video that Steffi's lawyers did obtain. Both male and female deputies inside a cell forcibly removing Steffi's clothes, including her bra and underwear.
She was never asked, not once, during any period of time, to take off your clothes, please, that there's a reason why. It was for total humiliation.
The Steffis and their lawyers say this is clearly a strip search, and the sheriff has policy for this procedure.
I've got the Stark County Sheriff's Department policy on strip searches. It says, and I quote, "The officers conducting the search must be of the same sex as the prisoner." This is Stark County Sheriff's policy.
That's common policy everywhere. They violated their own policy.
The sheriff's office admits deputies left Steffi completely naked in the cell for 6 hours, but they deny this was a strip search. Hope Steffi was convicted on misdemeanor charges of resisting arrest and disorderly conduct, but most of the videos seen in this report was never shown at trial. Now the Steffis have evidence, and they want sheriff deputies held accountable.
It's just wrong that they do this to people. She called for help.
Oh no! That's pretty fucked up. I just shot the fucking cat.